Brought to you by...
Sometimes there are good reasons that you have never heard of a film. Sometimes it's by design. Sometimes the filmmakers bury the project beneath a veil of secrecy in order to maintain its mystique. However, sometimes the film is just so fucking terrible that studios and filmmakers alike just don't bother to put forth the effort to get the word out about its existence. I'm not sure if that's what happened to today's pick, but it's definitely one that I wouldn't have told another soul about, living or dead. Hello friends, and welcome back to ETF. Four friends head to Hawaii to investigate reports of a haunting at an abandoned resort, in hopes of finding the infamous half-faced girl. When they arrive, they soon learn you should be careful what you wish for. God, that's fucking cliche. This one doesn't start us off with any real flair, crossfading us into a lowly security guard making his rounds within the derelict remains of a rundown resort, leading us through one of the most cookie-cutter opening scares that I've ever seen. And then, surprise! Exposition dump. Poorly executed characters depositing all the information we need within a matter of a few sentences. The film quickly chooses to flash forward to after the events of the story, with our basic brunette protagonist bound to a hospital bed as a police officer played by Dave Sheridan, who I haven't seen since his appearance in Scary Movie 2, makes her recount the story that we have sat down to hear. The writing throughout this film makes for a rough go of it, featuring an obligatory Stephen King quote 2 minutes in. Really laying it on thick there, boys. Surprise, surprise, the haunted hotel has a haunted room. Where have I seen that cliche before? Every scene that is meant to be suspenseful just falls extremely flat, mostly due to the lack of score or any measure of talent. And then, obligatory Blair Witch scene takes a sharp turn into Evil Dead, then gets Hellraiser levels of gory out of fucking nowhere. They attempt to bolster our protagonist by giving her a screenwriting background, who is going to an island for photos and information for her pitch deck for a movie that she has been hoping to make about the island's legends. The sequence in the helicopter hangar, as well as several other scenes throughout this runtime, have horrendously terrible audio, sounding so overprocessed, most likely due to the uncontrollable sound of the location. It sounds like they ran the audio through some limiting and noise reduction filters in Audition, giving it a muffled, chambered sound that is nothing but cringeworthy. Certain scenes in this film look like the color suffers from some chromatic aberration issues, mostly in the distance behind our subjects. Others are overly blown out by sunlight and reflective surfaces. The film utilizes a highly vibrant color palette to better grab the attention of less informed viewers, hoping for a rip-roaring splatterfest in a tropical locale. By all accounts, this film is as basic as it comes. A group of young dipshits landlocked in a remote location being picked off one by something terrible. This is the kind of thoughtless trash that gets dumped out in the January slots of the new year. There are parts of this fucking movie that make it feel like it was made by a travel vlogger. There are moments where the filmmakers clearly didn't have enough footage and just cut away to anything that they had to fill the reaction times. Not to mention the various jump cuts that occur throughout various sequences. I'll give the filmmakers that they definitely utilize the gorgeous vistas of the location to their ultimate advantage, as often as they possibly could, even diverting the narrative for unnecessary reasons to showcase certain elements of it. I think the best detail is, in fact, that these dipshits hiked out across the island in chucks and flat sneakers, rather than hiking boots. I'm giving the resort an F. Do yourself a favor, friends. Stay away from this island. There is nothing of merit here.